Hello and welcome back to Mindful Man Tarot. This is a reading for Scorpio for the end of February and the start of March 2024. It is also a timeless reading, so if you see this in 6 months or a year and it resonates, let it resonate. I'm going to be doing an energy reading, a current situation, and then we will be looking at a future possible timeline, and then we'll be closing off with an Earth Magic Oracle card for you, Scorpio. And if you like this reading, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing with a friend that think would resonate with my style of reading. Let's get right into it and see what energy we have for you, Scorpio. Okay, this card is coming out. I can't remember which group this came out for last week. 7 of Cups. So, it seems like you have a lot of choices. But for me, it feels like you have a lot of distractions. That's right away what's coming out. It's like these aren't choices so much as they are distractions, Scorpio. There's so many things trying to grab your attention. So many different shiny things, real world things, pretty pictures of people on social media. Whatever it is, none of these things are actually an emotional fulfillment for you. 7 of Cups is about having choices for emotional fulfillment. But all of these things seem like they're not actually going to emotionally fulfill you, just give you a fleeting bit of dopamine to keep you going. I feel like there is light at the end of this tunnel, and I feel like there is something that will lead you to a bit of emotional fulfillment. Something that, I said someone when I was trying to say something, so that might be important. Someone or something that is going to lead you to a new level of emotional fulfillment, a new level of this Ace of Cups energy, where you are starting to feel things in such a deep way that these old things that you are chasing and trying to attract are no longer actually interesting to you anymore. There's no longer going to be any interest in your attention span for these things, as they are just going to turn into things that weren't actually fulfilling in the past. They were just distractions. They were just things trying to knock you off your balance and try to keep you from becoming your highest self. Because let's make no bones about it, there is darker powers at play here that are trying to distract you. But you have the ability to intuit which things of these are good for you and which are not. You can feel it. You can feel which things are good for you. There's an emotional undertone here where when you listen to your water element, when you listen to your main element, then you will start to get clarity on these things. And not listening to your sacral chakra, or not listening to your brain, but listening to your heart, or listening to how your body responds in full. Or is this within your truth, like your throat chakra? Is this what you really want for your Ace of Cups? Because you get to kind of decide what this Ace of Cups is. You get to invite whatever it is into your energy field by deciding, by making the intention, by stopping putting your attention in other places. Because putting your attention in those other places is part of an interaction that you are having with the universe. That distraction is an interaction. And whether it's a monetary interaction or not, it's still draining you on some sort of physical way in an emotional way. So it's time to take your power back, Scorpio. It's time to take your power back and really realize which things are distracting you, and to get real with yourself, to really get real. But let's look at your current situation. That's just what I'm picking up energetically. Please take it if it resonates. Don't take it as any sort of judgment. It resonates with me. I'm not Scorpio, but parts of that definitely resonates with me. I think in the world we're living in, I think it's easy to see why. Okay, so we have a new way of thinking and a message about a new way of thinking coming in, a new way of intellectualizing how we go about working and how we go about manifesting things in the real world. But it will require us doing a lot of the work with the Eight of Pentacles. So this Page of Swords is saying, be curious. Be curious about what you are trying to create. It's okay to be curious about what you're trying to create. They're encouraging you to be curious. And this card is saying it's time to put in the work. This is like the apprenticeship card. It's time to start doing what you need to do to bring this physical thing into fruition. And maybe this is something you are doing. This is your current situation. Maybe you have come to this new realization and you're starting to put in this work. Also, there might be this new romantic interest that has come into your life. And this is everything you could have wished for. This is everything you could have wished for. We have the Two of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. You know, someone's come into your life, they've stirred things romantically for you, and it's really made you intrigued at what this is. And this is everything you've ever wished for, everything you've ever asked for. But like we said before, were those wishes based on your thoughts? Were they based on an external validation? Or were they based on something that you truly wanted and fully embodied wanting? So now's a good time to ask yourself if this is a situation that is resonating with you. If someone has come in and really is stirring the feelings and making you think, maybe this is my soulmate, my twin flame, whatever. This is everything I've ever wished for. Is everything you've ever wished for actually in alignment with what you truly want and with what you truly will embody and feel when you're embodying that? So an interesting reading so far, Scorpio. Very interesting. If you have a different interpretation of any parts of this, please comment it down below, as this is just my interpretation of this particular deck and my style of reading. And I use a lot of intuition with this, and I try to keep it as general as possible, but sometimes it gets very specific. So some people this might not resonate, some people it might resonate, but we don't need to try to force it. So take what does resonate. All right, let's see what else we got for you. Cards just flying out. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So we have some devil energy. So there's something, I really feel like there's something you're overcoming. We have strength, we have the devil. There's really a toxic energy that's been outside of you that you have accepted, or inside of you that you have held on to, that you're really starting to look at, and it's time to overcome that. And I think I got this exact same message for for Leo, or maybe Virgo, but it doesn't matter. There's time that you need to look at the things that are toxic in your life and really face them and really say, are they a distraction or are they something else? Is this something outside of me that I think I want, or is this something that I actually want? So it's time to really go within and say, you know what? I have the power, and I am gaining all of this solar plexus energy, this inner fire, by being able to determine what it is that I want, to be able to determine what it is that I'm worthy of. And by rejecting the things that are no longer in alignment with me, I'm showing the universe where I stand and what I really want to manifest in my life. Then I also had that Ace of Swords come up, that new idea come up. And this new idea is going to show up when we learn to ask for help. This new idea is inside of you, and it is the full embodiment of your thoughts and your heart and your body. But it will require you getting some help from someone. Some help from someone that is going to help you through the pain and maybe the trauma of a previous failure, or maybe just a fear. Maybe just a fear. Like, this card is about having a great deal of pain, the Five of Pentacles. Great deal of pain and not being able to ask for help even though it's right there. So whether this is angelic assistance or real world help, we need to be able to start to ask for help. We need to be able to say, you know what, I have this new idea, I have this new vision, and this new way of intellectualizing my ideas. Now I need someone to help me do it. And the universe will go, boom. And when you're making the right decisions and not making decisions based on old toxic behaviors, the universe is really going to help, because they're saying they're fully embodying their truth now. Because your truth isn't these things that are based on ego. Truth is things based on love and self-love and worth and what you really deserve, and the things that are best for you and the collective. I also have the Chariot, and I have the Nine of Wands. So in this future possible timeline, we might be going through the dark. We might not know what we're doing or how we're going to get there. We might have no idea of how we're going to get there in this moment, but it will just require us to listen to our intuition, to listen to our head, to really listen to our guidance, and not so much look for external landmarks, so to speak, but to really just trust that, okay, between my intuition and my intellect, they're saying I need to go this way. And so I'm going to go this way, I'm going to do this action, and I know something is going to manifest from doing this action. I don't know what it is, but with the intention and strength and love in my heart, and with this determination and fire in my solar plexus, I know this must be the way. And this Nine of Wands is about the strength that we have to do it. It is about strength. Nine of Wands. It's about being exhausted and being tired, but just putting in that last ditch effort to not give up. You know what? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm super tired. I'm exhausted, but I'm not going to give up. I know this is the way. And I know there's going to be something beyond that, within that direction, that is going to show me that I'm going the right way. Let's get an Earth Magic Oracle card for you, Scorpio. Let's see what Gaia has for you for a message. Bunch of cards popping out. I don't think those are the right cards. We're going to keep shuffling. All right. Tsunami, wake-up call. All right. Let's read from the book. Let's see what the book has to say. You are getting a wake-up call. It may be in a form of significant loss or dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprise, or unexpected events that are occurring. Yet, you also know that it is time to draw back the curtains of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subject of this event. You are experiencing real-life drama, so there's no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall the signs foreshadowing it happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were subtle. They were easy to dismiss imaginings of the mind rather than the voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up clues and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake-up call, listen closely to your instincts, while at the same time seeking higher ground of spiritual truth. So it's like not knowing where you need to go, but knowing the direction you need to go and moving in that direction. So there might be something, a tower moment, a tsunami moment happening in your life, Scorpio, that is really bringing you to a different level of awareness and a different level of understanding. And that's for you to understand. I don't need to go into that because it's a general reading, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different situations happening for the Scorpio collective. But this is what I have for you. If you like this, please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, all of the good stuff. I love you. Namaste.